Hey Sneakies, welcome back for another channel update video. In the background you're watching some Grand Theft Auto 5 gameplay. We're just gonna go find some cops, mess around with them, see how long we can survive while we're talking about the channel update. And we did actually do our first live stream the other day, or what I consider my first legitimate one anyway. I did a few test runs beforehand, and they were just trying to get like the quality settings down, but my first legitimate one was the other night. We did Grand Theft Auto 5 for about 2.5 hours. A good number of you actually showed up. I was a little bit surprised how many did show up. It wasn't a lot, but it was more than I was expecting to. And it was really awesome interacting with you live while I'm playing the game, as opposed to recording a video and uploading it to YouTube days later and waiting for comments to come in. And it was just something I definitely want to start doing a lot more, and I was definitely very excited about it because I know a lot of you have been mentioning for a long time you wanted to see live streams, and I kept putting it up for a really long time, but it's something we are going to start to do more often. I can't really guarantee a schedule, but it's something that I could definitely easily do like a couple of times a week for sure. And if you don't already follow me on Twitch, you can find my live stream link right in the description below, or my channel link in the description below. Also, start following me on Twitter because that will give me a much more immediate way of contacting you. Like if you don't go onto YouTube for a few days at a time, I can still like post tweets on there, and you can more than likely you go on there more often than YouTube. And you'll see any updates, like I can start posting when I'm uploading videos, when I'm going to start doing live streams, and I can even try to get some people to play with me by like posting something like that. And then people can start replying to me. I did mention that in the last update video, as a matter of fact. And this video is actually kind of meant as a follow-up to that one. So in the previous update video, we went over what we could expect to see from the new year on the channel. And we went over some important things, like the fact that I have to finish every playthrough I start from now on, no matter what, which is why I actually went ahead and grabbed Ace McKnight to finish the Destiny campaign with. There were a good number of people requesting it, and they kept saying they want to see it continue, so that's why I went ahead, and it's actually a lot of fun. We're enjoying it. Hopefully you're enjoying watching as well. We should be done relatively soon, like within the next month or so. I don't think it will take that long, but it should be really soon. And I also started the Unfinished Killer is Dead, so if you haven't checked that out yet, you can go check it out in its entirety right now on the channel. I'd say one of the most important things I mentioned in that last update video, though, was the fact that I need to get all of you more involved with the channel, so it's not just all about me, what I'm interested in doing. Which is why later in this video, I'm going to list a bunch of games I'm interested in doing playthroughs of, and we're going to have a vote in the comments. Whichever game gets the most votes will be the next playthrough you can expect to see. And there are also some other series already in the works, some in the planning stages, some that are actually recorded already that you can expect to see very soon. Like, number one, CKP and I actually got together and we're starting a Call of Duty Advanced Warfare series called the Noob Prestige. So I know there's a lot of channels that are already uploading Call of Duty content. I think this one's actually different enough that it's going to stand out a little bit, so you're not bored of it already. I know a lot of people probably groaned as soon as they heard Call of Duty, but it's actually really entertaining. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We've gone together and we're having like a competition so you can prestige the fastest. We're also joking around a lot, and yeah, I think you'll definitely enjoy it, so be on the lookout for that very soon. And there's also a Minecraft PC series that will hopefully be starting within the next month or so with the Sneaky Squad, which includes CKP, Ace McKnight, J-Hube, and myself. We're going to be doing a lot of cool things with that. I know a lot of you actually like Minecraft content, so I hope you will enjoy this series. I think you will, because it's going to be very entertaining. And one last thing I want to mention before we get into the vote, I actually recently was on a podcast with another Warframe YouTuber named Janzer. We talked about some Warframe stuff, some Destiny stuff, and some other cool things. So I'm going to post a link to that video in the description so you can go check it out. It was a lot of fun to do. I hope you do enjoy watching as well. And that now brings us to the voting stage of the video. So I'm going to list some games that have storylines to them. That means they will have a definite ending to the series. There are also other ones that can be more sporadic uploads because they don't necessarily have to ever end, just depending on how often you want to see them. I'm basically just looking for what content you want to see the most of from the channel. I'm definitely continuing Warframe, so definitely expect to see that returning really soon, hopefully within the next couple of days. I'm looking for other YouTubers who do Warframe content, so if you know of any, leave me a comment below and I'll try to contact them to see if they're interested in doing some co-op videos with me. Now keep in mind, most of these are intended to be done with the face cam, so if you're still interested in seeing that, I know a lot of people are actually interested in seeing face cam videos more often. Let me know in the comments below as well, but anyways. We have Outlast, is a really cool horror game. The Evil Within was something I was really interested in. It's another horror game. And we can do more Slender the 8 Pages. I already did one video on that. I thought it went pretty well. Slender the Arrival is a more updated version of the game with better graphics and whatnot. We can do Containment Breach, is an awesome horror game. Five Nights at Freddy's 1, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, those kind of speak for themselves. There's already plenty of videos of those out there. I've never played either of them, by the way. And also Metro 2033 we can do potentially. We could do Dead Space 1, then move on to 2 and 3 after that if we start that series. And there's also stuff like Happy Wheels. I already did one video on that. We can go back to it and revisit it. And we can do more stuff with that. It's a really fun game. If you haven't already checked that video out, it's back on my video somewhere. It's like a month or two ago now. And also Surgeon Simulator is a really funny game that I think I can do some really cool videos with. There's also H1Z1. It's another horror game, zombie survival game, kind of like DayZ. A lot of people kind of prefer that one to DayZ. And if you'd like to see some videos on that as well, I could do funny moments types of videos. I could do more serious stuff like I did with DayZ. Well, serious to an extent, not quite exactly. And yes, that's pretty much the only ones I have listed on my to-do list. So if there are any other ones that you think of that you would like to see, you can also make like an honorable mention. And if I see something consistently popping up below there, I will definitely notice it and take it into consideration. Anyways, one last thing I want to mention is the live streaming. So it is something I like to start doing a lot more often because it was actually a lot of fun, and I like to follow a schedule ideally, but unfortunately that part's not realistic. So I'm going to rely mostly on uploading a really short video to YouTube letting you know when I go live. That's also why I mentioned earlier that you should follow me on Twitter because you can get a more immediate notification when I do go live. And I believe if you are following, you actually click the heart button on my Twitch channel. That lets you follow me. I believe you can set up so that you can get a notification like sent to your phone or something as soon as I go live too, which is a really cool feature. But yes, I just need to know what games you're interested in seeing on there. Like, I can do PlayStation 4 games very easily, like for example Warframe, Grand Theft Auto 5, Destiny, anything I own on PlayStation 4 really is very easy to do. I can even eventually start to do PC games, it's just that the settings are kind of annoying to really set that up properly, and it's going to take a little while to figure it out. But that should be relatively soon. And by the way, I've not yet done a facecam livestream yet, but I'm going to make that the norm coming up very soon. I think it makes it more entertaining when you can actually see somebody's face while they're talking to you, reacting to what's going on the screen. And hopefully that'll become the norm on a good portion of the YouTube videos as well. Hopefully you do enjoy that type of content, but there will be just the regular straight gameplay on the screen only type of content as well if that's what you're more interested in. And that's mostly related to like Warframe content. Pretty much I'm only going to use a face cam if I feel it's appropriate for the content. It's going to make the video more entertaining. If I don't think so, I'm not going to use it. Anyway, Seekies, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure you leave your vote below. Leave me all your comments, suggestions, and let's just make this channel as great as it possibly can be in the future. Thanks so much, and I will see you next time.